Hi, my name's Digby Smith. I'm originally from New Zealand, from a farming background, and I actually met this pretty Canadian girl while I was still in New Zealand, and she kind of captured my heart, and so I ended up coming to Canada and marrying her. And that was 38 years ago, and it's been quite a journey. We were sort of a few years into a marriage, and we went to a trade show down in Kentucky, Lexington, Kentucky, and we were in a booth, and there was a fellow in a booth across from us, and he was from Pennsylvania, and he was selling wheelbarrows for the Amish, and he decided to witness to me. And so for 4 days, this fellow's sharing about Christ and Jesus, and I'm just arguing with him, and you know, he's telling me about sin, and this was kind of a lot for me. I'm not from a Christian background, and so, you know, needing a savior was kind of a foreign concept for me. And so anyway, on the last day, Friday, he invited us out for supper, and we went back and forward over supper, discussing everything, and then went back to his hotel room, where I actually did place my trust in Jesus and what he did on the cross for me. And it was a pretty big turning point in my life. We came home from that trip, and we were talking with a couple from London, and they were saying, well, you know, if you're going to grow and learn, you really need to go to a Baptist church. So, you know, back in those days, you open the newspaper, and here's an ad, big ad, you know, Temple Baptist Church. Kind of jumps off the page, so here we come to Temple, and we were just welcomed in, and started learning and growing, and just loved it here. And probably a couple of years into coming here, there was a missions trip to Bolivia, so signed up and went down to Cochabamba, and as a team we went out and helped this Quechua village build a church, and just a great time with the believers and the missionaries down there. And then the following year, Pastor Kimball at that time was leading a trip to Venezuela, so we were telling my sister-in-law about it, and she said, well, you know, if you want to leave your kids with me and go together, I'll take them. So we both signed up and flew with a team down to, you know, a little frontier town in Venezuela on the edge of the Amazon jungle, and got on a little Cessna missionary planes and flew 3 hours into the jungle, just out in the middle of nowhere. And this plane dropped us off, and off it flew. And we were there with Bobby Jank and his family, and Temple has supported them all these years and still supports them. And they've just done a great work with the Yanomami there. And while we were there, Helen, my wife, got baptized in the river with the Yanomami. And while we were there, different missionaries were just sharing about the need. You know, they needed more co-workers and help. So, you know, we were challenged to get involved. So I think that was around March, or, yeah, I think probably March. And by August, we were selling and giving away all this stuff and going into the training with New Tribes Mission. And it's now called Ethnos 360. And we were with them for 14 years total. And it was just a phenomenal time, really, you know, different tribal groups. And so that whole time that we were down there, you know, Temple supported us. Has been our supporting church through the whole time. So prayed for us, supported us, and just did nothing but love us. And you know, so we've been just so thankful for Temple, and it's just really been a big part of our life. And you know, now meeting with Pastor Terry and just hearing his vision for Temple going forward, just very exciting, and just pretty thankful to just be a part of it. And you know, just the way the Lord's working, and we'll just see what he has coming up.